And welcome to the And a Side of Fries podcast, the podcast about restaurants and chain food. I am Alice Gazora, and laughing over here is Kaitlyn Mulligan.
Hello.
All right, and this is the first ever podcast, as you can tell, of an idea we've had for several months, and finally getting around to it. Hopefully, the audio is decent. I don't know about good, but shockingly, the $10 microphone I bought for this did not work, and so we're going to a very MacGyvered Plan B. This is where you talk, Caitlin. it might just be me on the
I
podcast.
have nothing to say.
Okay, well that's gonna
I'm
be.
excited. I ate some food. Now I can talk about it.
Well, Caitlin, what did we eat today?
Today we went to Sheetz.
Right.
So.
And for those in the Western PA area or outside of PA, they're branching out. Might be familiar with Sheetz if you are happening to listen for whatever reason. You stumble into the weird part of YouTube and don't know what Sheetz is. It is a gas station slash kind of it's high end gas station food. So it's not just like the little freezer of already made sandwiches and stuff like that.
It's like fast food.
Yeah, no, it is. It is definitely fast food. But it's on the adding on the high end thing where you can get basically whatever you want. And we had a big meal today. But before we get into the food of what we got, I think it's interesting, Caitlin, to have you on. Because you are right on that cusp between the Sheetz and the Wawa world. And anyone who's in PA knows the great debate between Sheetz and Wawa. Now, how many times have you had Sheetz in your life?
I would not be able to tell you. I have no idea.
Like a lot then.
Yeah.
Okay. And Wawa, how many times have you had Wawa?
I could probably count it on one hand. I don't know.
But you've had it enough times to know the experience.
Yeah.
Now, have you been to Wawa less because you don't live by a Wawa?
I don't live by Wawa. I do live in Central PA, so we're kind of, like you said, on the line between where Sheetz is more popular and where Wawa is more popular, because that's definitely over toward like Philly and New Jersey. But where I specifically live, there isn't much. I don't know. There just isn't much competition. It's basically just Sheetz. But if you go like 20 minutes to the east, I guess, you can get to a Wawa. But for me personally, it's just so out of the way that I never really go. But when I do go, not that it's not good, but I'm sorry if you're a Wawa fan. Sheetz is so much better, and I don't know. To me, there really isn't that much of a competition, and it's funny to me that Pennsylvania is so split because I don't know. Sheetz is just so much better.
Why do you think Sheetz is better?
Now this definitely, could just be the Wawas that I've been to, but I feel like Sheetz is cleaner, and I just feel like they have more variety. It's less. I don't know. Like, I can just definitely, I know if I go there, I can choose every little thing that I want. And if I want, like I got a wrap today, which we'll talk about, but I could pick every little thing that I wanted on the wrap. So, I don't know. Excuse me. I think Wawa is good, I guess, but I don't know. In my mind, it's just Sheetz all the way.
Yeah, I've only been to Wawa once, so I don't have a great frame of reference, but I have been there before. I was out near Villanova the one time, I think senior year of college, and I think she's just so much better. And maybe that's me being biased. People can disagree, but I think again, variety is the biggest thing because Wawa is basically just a hoagie place, and small breakfast foods, kind of regular gas station stuff. The hoagies are decent, I'll give them that, but you don't.
Yeah, I really don't have anything against Wawa. If you're comparing the two, like, Sheetz just is so much. There's so much else that you can get at Sheetz, and like, I have a Sheetz card. There are like good deals on things. Like, it's generally pretty cheap, and most of the time it's always good. So
Right, and I forget my whole other issue with Wawa. Something about when I ordered my food, I didn't know how much it was. You just order, and then I think you go to the register, and then I forget what it was, but there was something about I didn't know exactly what I was getting. Like I didn't have my list of I forget what it is. I'm not. This is a bad time to explain it.
I
I don't
haven't
remember
been to
how.
a Wawa. I don't even
But
remember the last time I went
there
to
was
a
something about
Wawa.
the ordering and paying process where Sheetz has the leg up. But I think just variety alone gives Sheetz the leg up. But if you disagree, let us know. If you live out Wawa land, then tell us why Wawa is better, or tell us more about Wawa in general. But Kaitlyn, today's podcast all about Sheetz, and we got a big menu or selection today. We ordered a lot of food.
Yeah.
Do you want to start with your order? Or do you want to start with my order?
Let's go. Let's talk about like entrees first, and then drinks, and then
like a side.
Side.
Right.
So for my entree, my go-to I think for Sheetz is the snack wraps. I always get the crispy chicken ones, and I always get the same thing on it. I get lettuce and cheese and onions and ranch, and I don't know. I always think it's really good. I think that generally, like, the chicken is pretty good, and I like the amount of, like, ranch that they put on it, because sometimes you get a wrap or something, and there's like, it's swimming in it, or you can't taste it. And I feel like Sheetz does a good job of, like, generally, there's a good balance. And, yeah, the ones that I got today were pretty good.
They give you more onions than.
Yeah, they give you more.
Like onions.
I do like onions.
That's crazy. How do you like? I mean, I'm okay with onions, like in ground, meat for like burgers or something. But just onions, raw. I can't. It's too overpowering to me.
I mean, it's definitely. I mean, as with anything, like you need the balance, like whatever. I really like, especially in like a burger or like a chicken wrap or something like that. I like having the onions just sort of like an extra like crunch or like a crispness, not crispy but crispness. And I just really like having that. It makes it feel very fresh in my mouth. So I don't know. I think it tastes good, but I know that some cases am in the minority. But I like onions. I eat them all the time. So sorry about it.
I think one thing Sheetz does really well, just a food item across the board, is their chicken. I think chicken, anything at Sheetz, if you haven't been and you're not sure what to get, because the menu can be intimidating because there's a million things. I think I don't if you agree or disagree, Kaitlyn, let me know. But I think chicken's one of the best things they do there.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely not anything special. It's just like chicken.
Oh, so you're just immediately agreeing and then dismissing my argument immediately after
but like, I mean, it's definitely good chicken, but it's fast food chicken. So like, how good can it
it's not going to be, it might not even be at a Boston market level, but I think, we didn't get it this time, but the one time we got like chicken tenders or whatever they're called, and we did a chicken nugget like taste test where we went to McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, Sheetz, and then we got great value chicken nuggets from the store, and the Sheetz one won easily, right? You agree? We both agreed that Sheetz was the best. Right. Okay. Yeah. This is the podcast. You have to actually.
Okay, but we're not talking about chicken right now.
I know. We're just gonna get a little sidetracked. We're talking about chicken wraps, and I was bouncing off that to the chicken.
What we were talking about was like they did put like a lot of onions on my wraps this time, and I know that when I was eating it, I was like, "Oh, they put a lot. I kind of like it." But if I'm being really honest, like as it got toward the bottom, like there were so many that I did like pick some of them out, and like it was a little bit too much. So again, just working on the balance, I guess. But also I found a tomato, like just a tiny little piece of one, in my wrap, and I don't like tomatoes. So thankfully, I mean, I got it and I didn't have to taste it, which is good. But interesting that happened because that's never happened before.
There were a couple slip-ups today with the service, which is unusual for. Actually, no. The last few times I've been to Sheetz, they screwed up an order. All right. Well, let's say what they screwed up. I know we're kind of skipping. We'll jump back and forth. You had a random piece of tomato. You ordered a frozen lemonade. You were debating whether or not to get whipped cream in it. You decided not to. Yeah. They ended up giving you whipped cream anyway, right?
Which is not the most heinous of crimes, but also I didn't ask for it.
True. And then last time I went, I got 2 appetizers, and I only got one. I didn't realize that till I got home, and I wasn't gonna go back.
Yeah.
Whatever. But service is normally pretty good. It's pretty quick. Today we got a ton of things. We spent $30 in Sheetz food. We did get a discount, or we got a free smoothie because with your Sheetz card you can save stuff up and get free rewards for every 10th thing or whatever. And so I only took like maybe 10 minutes to get. Does that sound right? 10 minutes to get
probably not even.
all of our food. Yeah, not even. But a couple slip ups with the service. But anyway, so the snack wrap 2-pack for $4.99.
Yeah. I always get the 2, but if feeling extra hungry, you can get the 3. The 2 always fills me up a lot, though. And I will also just point out, and this is not like a service thing or something like that. It's just kind of the way, I don't know. It's kind of just the way wraps are in general, but especially the snack wraps, they are smaller. And I don't know. I guess they still use I don't know if they use a whole tortilla or like half of one or something, like half a wrap. But there's always like this giant extra flap of tortilla, and I always rip it off because it's just too much. Like I want to taste the chicken and the lettuce and the ranch and stuff like that. I don't really want to taste the I don't need to taste as much as the wrap.
You got to size down the tortilla.
Right.
For Sheetz, you order with touchscreen, which is probably pretty common at this point. You can get extras. You got shredded cheddar and ranch. That's extra for both. 40 cents for the cheddar, 30 cents for the ranch. So something to keep in mind. But they do tell you everything up front about what's free and what's extra. There's some that you can get for free, of course, like shredded lettuce, I think is free. And some things you have to pay for, like guac, might cost a little bit more. That's Kaitlyn coughing in the background. She's a little not sick. I don't know what we're gonna say. Well, I'm gonna address it. You've been coughing a little bit. You were getting over a cold, and then you're fine now. But like the cough is the last thing.
Yeah.
She doesn't. You don't want to talk about it.
Well, I
feel like we have to address it.
Okay. Well, what did you eat? What was your entree?
My entree, also chicken. I probably should have got something different so we could have variety for this podcast. But I got the Boom Boom Chicken Po' Boy, which is just 2 on a hoagie roll. I got a 12-inch. For any sub that's 12-inch, they give you 2 6-inch wraps. It's popcorn chicken, basically, with coleslaw and melted cheese. I think just American cheese, I think. And I believe that's all that's on there. It's very good, extremely filling. I can never even finish the second one whenever I get it. It's as messy as anything.
I don't know why you get the 12-inch.
Well, because I mainly finish the second one. Usually a couple bites left, and I just let it go. It's good. The cheese needed to be a little more melted today. Usually they melt it more than they usually do, but it's extremely messy though. Basically the chicken always falls out. But it's tasty, and it's definitely filling. The chicken's cooked well. It's seasoned well. You got the coleslaw in there, which is kind of a Pittsburgh thing to have, coleslaw on a sandwich. If you're from Pittsburgh, Permane Brothers is kind of famous for the coleslaw, on their sandwich and the fries and all that. But it was good. It was, $9.99, which is kind of on the high end, I guess, for a 12-inch sub, $10. You go to Subway and I think you can get one for $7, something like that. But this definitely is 10 times better than a Subway sub. So that's what I got. The Boom Boom Chicken Po' Boy. It's kind of a go-to for me. It's good and it's definitely filling. So if you're just looking for something that will really fill you up, that is the go-to. Other things we got. So that was our entree. The chicken snack wrap for her and the Po' Boy for me. But I've gotten different stuff before. The burgers are pretty good. I don't want to say they're the best. The burger itself is, I think, a little on the dry side, but Sheetz is also kind of known for having kind of crazy combination of things where you can get Doritos on your burger, or, obviously this Po' Boy is kind of a little exotic and something you wouldn't normally get and couldn't get at a McDonald's or, even a Five Guys, kind of a higher end burger place. Or whatever. So, they have cool appetizers, which we'll get into a little bit later. We didn't get any of the fancy appetizers today, like the mac and cheese bites, the Wisconsin cheese bites, or anything like that. But
mac and cheese bites are where it's at.
Yeah, I think that's your favorite thing at Sheetz, right, Caitlin? Is mac and cheese
Uh,
bites. If you had to choose one thing from Sheetz.
I don't know. I really like the snack wraps,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
I love
It's
the
right up there.
mac and cheese bites too.
Right. So they have a lot of cool kind of different combinations of food. To get what the side that we got today and shared was a cup of fries, and I think that's one of the things most people will like about Sheetz is just a good fry. You can't beat a good fry.
True.
All right. So that was $2.89. I think they're seasoned well. They're not super crunchy, but they're not like the crinkle cut fries either. They look like a McDonald's fry. I don't know. They're probably about
They
the same
look like
texture.
a Wendy's fry.
Is it more Wendy's?
Yeah.
Okay. That's you're
Because you
probably
can
right.
see more of the skin.
Yeah, you're right. But they're seasoned well. A little salt. They're not heavily. McDonald's is more salted, I think, for sure. Right? You would agree? Yes. Shaking your head. Yes. Drinking some water.
Yes.
But I think they're really good. And other people I've talked to, other people that have reviewed Sheetz before, I think the fries are universally, uh, you know, uh, what is the word?
Decent.
I don't think that's the word. I was thinking like acclaimed. Is that a word? Critically acclaimed.
Okay, I don't think they're that good.
They're praised. They're praised. People like them. There's not many people
Yeah,
that like them.
I mean, there's
fry.
nothing like wrong with them, but I feel like they're not the best French fries I've ever had.
What's the best French fry? Where's your go-to for French fries?
I don't know. I really like Wendy's.
What? Well, you said they're like a Wendy's fry. So what makes Wendy's better?
I don't know. I haven't had Wendy's in a long time.
All right. Oh, you gotta go. You really haven't had one? You always get nuggets at one. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. She's still coughing, so sorry. Maybe not the best time to start a podcast is when Kaitlyn's coughing, but this is like the last time we can do it before she goes home for the summer, and we had to do it.
Okay.
All right. So I like the fries. And the cool thing with the fries is, sorry, I just want to say, with the fries is you can get a bag, a cup, and then like a bigger cup, so you have a nice size variety.
Yeah. Okay. My side was fried pickle chips. I personally, I really like pickles themselves, and I really like fried pickles. So whenever I go anywhere, if I see fried pickles, I mean, usually I am going for it. And I remember finding out that Sheetz had fried pickles, and I was like freaking out because I had no idea, and I was like, "That's awesome." And I think that they're pretty good. Definitely, I've had better. Because it is.
Is this the slogan for Sheetz? It's pretty good, but I've had better.
Well, in the things that in fried pickles, yes.
Okay.
Because like I don't know, it's one of those things where like you can tell if something is, and again, you have to take into consideration it's Sheetz, so it's fast food, so I get it. I'm not expecting it to be super high class, but like. Well, you can tell something is frozen, like a frozen fried item, if the breading just like falls off right away.
That's a good point.
And it's basically what happens with the Sheetz ones. They do just come in little pickle chips, which I actually like because sometimes you get fried pickles and it's like the whole pickle. It can be a little bit overwhelming just because it's very salty. And I like these ones. Excuse me, sorry.
Okay.
I like these ones because they are pretty salty, but because it's just like a little bite, it's okay. The breading does fall off pretty easily, but I like the breading because it's usually pretty crispy. It's like it must be made with like cornmeal or something because I don't know. It has it's very like grainy. But, like, not in a bad way. I know that doesn't sound like a good thing. But it tastes like cornmeal. I always get ranch to dip them in because I feel like that's what you gotta dip them in.
You're a ranch person, and I am anti-ranch across the board. I mean, I'm anti-dressing and almost sauce. I'm weird about that, I'll admit.
I don't understand that, and I don't really like that about you.
Right. I think that if you like an item, if you like fried pickles, then you don't need ranch. If you need ranch to dip them in, then you probably don't like the actual food, the fried pickles. And this is just the ranch is a cover up for. But that's just my logic. Like I think that's good logic.
The fried pickle is I feel like it can be seen in one of two ways.
Oh, okay.
One,
Is that a PowerPoint you're bringing out?
It's a vehicle for the ranch because the ranch itself just tastes good, so you're using it to help it along. But two, I also think that the ranch, or like if you're eating French fries, the ketchup, or if you're eating chicken nuggets, the barbecue sauce that you always get, it enhances the flavor. You still like chicken nuggets, but you also like the barbecue sauce, and it enhances the flavor of the chicken and makes it a more enjoyable experience. So that's why, like, if I ever get, I love sauces. Like, I love dressing and sauces and stuff. Like, normally if I just get, like, chicken tenders and fries, if I can, I will get, like, ranch, ketchup, and mustard to dip it on. Like, I will dip in 3.
But then you can't even taste the flavor of the thing that you got. That's kind of my point.
But you don't have to use the sauce for every bite.
I know, but you do. So I know you do.
I don't.
You don't?
No.
All right.
Yeah.
I believe you. Okay, my turn again. So you like the fried pickles, though, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And those were $3.49. Again, that's for the bag. You can get for any appetizer. You can get a variety. The cup, basically it's a small, medium, large. They just kind of call it. It's like Starbucks, where they call it different things, which makes me mad too. Do you say when you go into Starbucks, like, what is it, the venti and the other two? I don't know what they are.
There's tall, grande, venti, and then something else.
Yeah, it's weird. The tall is one of them. I just say I say medium or large because I'm not gonna succumb.
Really?
Yeah. So what?
They know
what it
annoying.
is. How is it annoying? They're annoying for making me say venti when I want to say medium or whatever.
Venti's large.
Whatever. Wait,
you don't even know.
Right? Because I don't. Right. That's what I'm saying. I don't pay attention to that stuff. Every other place has small, medium, large, and not other words that trying to sound cool. So, anyway, you like the fried pickles. I like taking a little side trip.
I like the fried pickles,
but they're not the best.
No, they're not the best, but I do like them. Like for fast food, I feel like they're the best.
Well, it's all you can't get fried pickles at a lot of fast food places.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Is like that's why I think like I don't want to sound harsh on Sheetz, but it's like I don't have anything to compare their fried pickles to besides like an actual like diner or another restaurant or something like that is obviously going to do it better than a fast food place. But for a fast food place, the fact that they have fried pickles and they're pretty good, I think that's a huge plus.
What is the best fried pickle you ever had? Where was it from? Disney? Is this a Disney thing?
No.
No? Okay. I'm just trying to help you out. Kind of like a little sass.
I have no idea, actually. I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Who has better fried pickles than Sheetz? Most places, I guess. Is that what it sounds like for you're saying?
I'm sure that I've had worse.
Yeah. Okay.
But
give me one place that's better.
I mean, Deb's. There's a diner near us, and I really like their fried pickles.
Yeah, if you're in Clarion, and if you're listening to this, statistically you probably are. And if you've never been to Deb's, go to Deb's. I know everyone goes to Michelle's Cafe like Saturday morning if they're hungover.
County seat.
Or county seat, either one. Maybe county seat.
County seat.
Oh no, I didn't go. I've been to county seat once, and it's always packed in there. In county seat, Michelle's, very good places to go. Good food, not knocking it at all. But Deb's, which is 2 miles away, is cheap. Just classic diner food. And one thing that really makes me cry, Kaitlyn, is diners just dying out and just no diners anymore. And I don't know how you feel about that.
Because people keep going to Sheetz.
Yeah. I'm probably actually causing the problem, right? But yeah, fair point. But I love a good classic diner. I know you do as well. And this is not a sponsor, by the way. Not a sponsor. Deb's is not. But Deb's is one of the best places to go if you are in the Clarion, Strattonville, Brookville area. Okay. I think that was the food that we got. That was all the food that we got. Your drink that you got, like we kind of mentioned earlier, was a frozen lemonade, small. You did not mean to get it with whipped cream. They gave whipped cream to you anyway. Did that end up being a good mistake?
Yeah. So story time. We always, when we go to Sheetz, get slushies, and you always get the blue raspberry because that's the only kind that should be bought.
Yes.
And basically that's like my first go-to if I'm getting a drink at Sheetz, and then my second go-to would be one of those for real milkshakes or whatever they have. If you've never been to Sheetz, they have like these little milkshake machines where you take out of the freezer this milkshake mix cup thing, and then you take the lid off, put it in the milkshake machine, pick how thick you want it, and then you get a milkshake, and it's amazing. And they come in cool flavors and stuff like that. So we're over by the kiosk ordering food, and I am done ordering my food, so I'm getting ready to go get my slushie. I walk over, and the slushie machine has like the liquid in it, but it's not turning, and the lights are not on saying that it's okay to use. And I was like, no! And so then I go over to the milkshake thing, and that also said service.
Oh, the milkshake was out too.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
It said something like service needed, like get somebody to help you.
Really?
I don't know.
Oh wow.
So, and the freezer of the milkshake mix things were all gone.
Oh,
like,
they weren't there.
there. And did you say weren't nothing?
Weren't.
Oh my word.
I'm dumb.
Oh
so
my word. Okay.
May,
Yeah, so that was pretty depressing, not gonna lie. I was really disappointed. But you can also order drinks on the actual kiosk itself in addition to food. So when you are looking for drinks, I saw it said lemonade, and I was like, that's cool, because I love lemonade, and you could get it frozen, and I was like, that's cool, and then you could get like an extra flavor in it, so I got strawberry. And then it asked me for whipped cream, and I kind of decided not to have whipped cream just because I was like, whipped cream and lemonade. I mean, I like whipped cream on anything, so whatever, but I just decided that I didn't feel like it. And then, like we said, when it came out, it had whipped cream on it, and I didn't even realize it was mine because I wasn't expecting whipped cream. Right. But it ended up being okay. I mean, it's just whipped cream. Like, it's just whipped cream, so obviously it's okay. Like, I forgive you.
Yeah, the Sheetz not on their game, I guess, with everything being out of order. Not the best day.
But that's okay. Yeah. It still tasted really good. I recommend it.
Yeah. There was a good combination of strawberry and lemonade.
Yeah. And I mean, it had basically the consistency of what a slushie would have. And it's lemonade, and I just love lemonade, so yeah, it was pretty good.
I'm really glad you brought up the slushies because honestly, I think the whole reason why I'm doing this podcast and has put all this effort into it was just to talk about this issue because I need another ear because poor Kaitlyn's the only person that I've ever complained to about. I love blue raspberry slushies. They are the best thing I think in the entire world. And of course, Sheetz has them, which is great. But at my house, there isn't a Sheetz like right down the road. The closest Sheetz a good 20 minutes away. So it's hard to ever go there on a whim. So the closest place I can get a blue raspberry slushie is the Little Caesars inside Kmart, about 5 minutes away from my house. And so I'd always go there and just get one, once a week, maybe more. And then
once a week,
maybe probably more than that sometimes. And then I forget, like 2 months ago or something, they changed the cup sizes of the slushies. From like the regular, icy cup to something about half that size, and they kept the same price. And I've never been more angry in my entire life about any issue. And so I'm boycotting, not Little Caesars, because I still like $5 pizza, because my life is incredibly sad. But I will not get the slushy icy there, because it is a joke. And I tweeted at them once, and they did not respond. So, but they have seen my concerns.
Wow.
And I'm sure the concerns that tens of other people.
Their social media team needs to get on that.
They do.
They need to get up to Wendy's level. Wendy's is
the
good.
Nugs, the account in general is amazing. But yeah, did you see that guy has the most retweets?
He got them.
Yeah, and he gets his free nuggets. Yeah, they decided to once he passed Ellen DeGeneres' was it Oscars tweets or whatever. Instead of reaching 18 million, they decided just that was good enough, and he gets his free nuggets for a year. Which good on Wendy's first of all for agreeing to it in the first place, honoring it when they didn't even have to. But it is a net win for Wendy's for the publicity that they got. Like that is definitely
like a PR like. I feel very happy when I think about it.
Because you're a PR person for all the people that don't know. So
it's
that
really
is that you tell me the perspective. That's gotta be a huge get.
Well, I think like one of the biggest things that we learn about when we're trying to talk about PR is just being able to, create things that make an impact and, react to situations and just like run with things. So that's why it's very important, especially I think social media is probably one of the biggest tools, especially for PR now. Just being able to interact with people online and like answer questions and create like a relationship with people. I mean, it's public relations. Like you need to be able to talk to people.
Right.
And obviously, social media is the easiest way to get in contact with your publics. So I think, we always like learn about how, companies will jump on trends. So if there's like a meme that's like going viral, or if there's a video or like something, they'll like take a play on that and like use that. And those are always really, really successful. So having this, this kid literally like just made Wendy's so much, like at least put them, center stage for a little while. And it's literally invaluable. I mean, a year's what was it? A year supply of chicken nuggets. Literally, I just feel like that's nothing compared to the amount of publicity, and like he even went on Ellen and stuff like that. So I just think it's really awesome because I mean, with the exception of the chicken nuggets that they had to pay for to give to him, that was completely free advertising,
right? I think someone did the math, and something like it probably cost him $600 for the free nuggets for a year, and then obviously you compare that with the free advertising. It was such an unbelievable net win.
Because if you actually developed a strategic relation plan where you were basically trying to get those same results, it costs a ton of money.
Yeah.
I mean, it just would.
Right.
So.
It's funny though. I'm sure the inventor of Twitter, whose name I can't remember, Jack something. The dude that invented Twitter did not envision his website will be used for someone to get free Wendy's nuggets.
But it is interesting how many people try to get stuff out of it. They're like, how many retweets for this? You know what I mean?
I think that's getting very old and very on my nerves.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because what was I going to say? Oh, I think I saw a tweet. I don't know if it was from Universal Orlando or from somebody else, but they started getting all of these DMs asking how many retweets for a free pass.
Oh, really?
And they were like, no, like we're not doing that. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's basically now becoming. Let's see if we can do this. It's now becoming. Hey, give me this stuff, please. I demand it. I'm gonna hold you hostage. But that's my mini rant on that. Very cool story though with the what's his name, Carter or something. The guy that did Wendy's guy that got all the free nuggets. Back to Sheetz. Finishing up our order. My drink was a medium. What was it? Strawberry banana fruit smoothie, which I think is very good. I got that with whipped cream, as I usually do, and very, very tasty. A good consistency. I mean, it's hard for me to describe a drink, but I thought it was delicious. With the whipped cream, I think it's a nice balance with the fruit smoothie. And that was what was the cost on that? $3.79 for a medium. But like I said earlier, with the Sheetz rewards that we get, I got that for free. Woo! And I think I was looking at my receipt. I have a free 20-ounce soda if I want it. So that's the cool thing with Sheetz. I know that other places do it. It's not unique to the company, but you can get rewards and stuff and get free stuff if you get X amount.
And plus, I mean, that's my go-to place to buy gas too.
Right.
So I mean, you get all this good food, but you can also get gas.
Right. It says on my receipt I have a 3-cent fuel discount. Eligible. I assume that's per gallon and not just 3 cents on the entire thing. But yeah, and so that's the cool thing with the receipt is you can see all your points and the things that you can get for free, and that's a good way to track it. You have a Sheetz card, which again not unique to the company, of course, where you get it scanned and they're able to track all that digitally. Where you can have a wallet-sized card, like a debit card looking thing, or a little keychain card as well, which is cool. And like Kaitlyn said, it's a good place for gas. That's where is that where you get your gas the most out of Sheetz?
Oh yeah. I don't really get my gas anywhere else. I mean, near my house there's a Speedway, so sometimes I go there too.
Yeah. I've only been to the Sheetz gas station once. We're not going to review the Sheetz gas station because it's a gas station, but I usually just go to the Get-Go by my house for the Giant Eagle tie-in, but shouldn't talk about gas because that's not interesting. All right, so we're getting to the end of our review of Sheetz. Kaitlyn, are you good? You've been having to duck in and out to avoid the coughing. Sorry about the coughing. It's
I'm
okay.
so sorry. I feel really bad.
No, don't feel bad. It's quite all right. This podcast I should have said this at the beginning. My apologies. Is inspired and kind of stolen from the Doughboys podcast, and they're always chewing and a lot of other extracurricular noises going on there. So for the plug, because it's only fair to them, listen to the Doughboys podcast, part of Feral Audio. It's the inspiration for this one. They do a great job over there. They've have been doing this for 2 years now, reviewing other restaurants and stuff. So we try to do some different ones, and yeah. So don't feel bad.
Okay.
Okay.
What's your overall impression of Sheetz?
Well, I wanted to ask a couple more things. I wanted to get people who don't know Sheetz just the idea. I think it's a very clean place.
Yeah.
I think it's a large location to walk into for any Sheetz. And this one doesn't even have it, but other Sheetz have the walk-in like soda. What is it? I don't know what it's called. Soda Heaven or soda
freezer.
Soda freezer. Yeah, which is obviously a giant walk-in freezer just filled with soda or pop. I don't want to get into that debate. Or Coke, if you call it Coke.
It's soda.
You're wrong. I think the only one that's wrong is if you just call it Coke, because Coke is a Coca-Cola.
I think it's just soda.
I usually say soda. I guess I don't keep track of what I say. I'm pretty indifferent to it. But I think it's clean. It's big. It's got your regular just kind of snack places where you can get candy and chips. And it's an ATM machine. There's magazines. There's a ton of just energy
it's everything
drinks.
that a normal gas station has,
Right.
And more.
Right, and
it's
a lot
clean
better.
bathrooms and stuff like
Yeah.
that too.
Right. And you can get the MTOs, which is the made to order, or sandwiches, just to kind of. I'm just recapping some of the
And
Sheetz
donuts.
vocabulary. And donuts. Yeah. So.
And coffee. Everyone gets coffee
Right,
from
yeah.
Sheetz.
I'm not a coffee guy,
Me
so I
neither.
forget about coffee. But you're right.
I don't
Coffee's
like
there,
coffee either,
and they
but-
look good, and they always have new stuff. Today, were they milkshakes? The fudge brownie and the Oreo, like
I don't know.
you don't know.
I don't know, some sort of milkshake smoothie thing.
Yeah, so they always have new stuff like that. Hot dogs, I think, are good. Hot dogs are cheap too. I mean, I know they're just a hot dog, but like you can get 2 for $1, I think, or 2 for $2 or something for a hot dog.
I don't buy hot dogs there.
All right, well,
So I don't know.
way to really help me out there.
Well, I don't know
Volley
how
that
I'm
one
supposed
back
to
to me.
help.
Well, you could just say, yeah, that sounds about right. I think
Yeah,
that sounds about right.
sounds about
Yeah,
right.
there you go. But yeah, it's clean. They're generally friendly people. Obviously, if you want it's a gas station, so if you want like cigarettes or like chewing tobacco, you can get that too. I'm just covering all the bases. I'm not gonna assume what people's lifestyle are. That's totally cool. But yeah, I think Sheetz is a good place. So it is probably Kaitlyn's still coughing. But I've run out of things to talk about, and now she has to cough. But I'm trying to think of other things to get there. Don't be afraid to get something that you might never had before, or might not heard of, or some sort of weird mashup. They always have different kind of new items. Some of them are kind of weird. Not everything's gonna be great. There's the mac and Cheetos, which is, as it sounds, a macaroni inside of a Cheeto. I don't think I've ever had that before, and I don't think I ever will. But the Wisconsin cheese bites are really good. The mac and cheese bites, like Kaitlyn said, I think are really good. The fried pickles are okay. I'm not a big fried pickles guy in general, so maybe I'm not the best guy to talk about that. She made a good point about things being kind of frozen, but most of the time, I assume most of what I eat was frozen at some point, taken right out of the freezer. But you really don't taste a lot of that frozenness. There's not. I think it's flavorful. I think it's seasoned well. It's never cold in the middle. The chicken you get is never going to be stone cold in the middle like a lot of frozen things that aren't, they were microwaved or just aren't, heated up properly. Would be for anyone who cares about this stuff, you do kind of get to see him making the food in the background. You kind of see him working on there a little bit. It's not Five Guys level where they're calling out the order and you can directly see them. But for people who kind of like being able to see their food being made and just having an idea of the process and it's just not being thrown together in the back, that is something for you. They're expanding, I'm pretty sure. I think there's some in Ohio, they're moving to North Carolina, Virginia, but I think has some, western, most of PA, not the eastern side of PA, I don't think yet, because it's so dominated by Wawa. But they are.
I do, I live in central PA,
Mhm.
but, central PA is really, central eastern PA. Like we are definitely further toward the east, and that's the only place I go to at home even. So
Okay. Yeah. So there's a lot out there. Am I missing anything, Kaitlyn, on Sheetz? Parking's usually a lot of parking spots. I'm just trying. I'm being thorough.
It was founded in Altoona, which is in western Pennsylvania, and that's where my mom was born. So my mom and Sheetz were founded in the same place.
No wonder you like Sheetz more. You have to. It's an insult to your mom if you're a Wawa fan.
Exactly. Even though my dad is from New Jersey. So we've got some clashing. Yeah. But it's okay. I think we generally, as a family, prefer Sheetz. So.
You're able to set aside the differences?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. Marriage holding together strong. Okay. Let's get to our final review. And Kaitlyn, one thing I forgot to discuss with you before the podcast was our rating system of how exactly we should do it. If it's a 1 to 5 scale, a 1 to 10 scale, and if we should have some sort of cute, poetic kind of metric. So we're going to talk about that now with you guys listening. Probably again, this first podcast may not be perfect, but we got a podcast done, and I think it's a good step forward. So what do you think, Kaitlyn? If you do 1 to 5, 1 to 10.
5.
I like 1 to 5. Do you want to do fries? 1 to 5 fries? No?
You don't want to do that.
Well, I didn't want to, but I'm running out of other ideas, so.
I don't know. Let's just do 5 stars for right now, and then we'll update it if we want to.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, we are and a side of fries, but we didn't want to make it so fry heavy because we're going to review everything, not just fries. So, okay, I'm going to let you do the honors, Kaitlyn, of giving out the first ever rating score on and a side of fries, and you seem happy and terrified about it at the same time. So, you can do halves too, of course. So
okay, keep that in mind. Then I am going to give it. You're probably gonna think this is like lower than you thought, but I'm probably gonna give it like a 3.5.
Wow.
I know.
Almost to the spit take.
Just because like we've been saying, like sometimes it's not always consistent, and there are times where I don't know. It's one of those things where Sheetz is so good, and I love it, and it's definitely like the restaurant or the gas station restaurant itself has always been constant. If you don't know where to go, just go to Sheetz. You'll know you get something good. But I don't think that I've ever eaten anything there that I'm like, wow, this is amazing. This is the best thing I've ever eaten. Uh-huh. So I think it's a very good, it's a steady old friend that I can always count on to give me good food. I like being able to buy my gas there. It's very convenient. It's pretty cheap. But I think 3.5 is just what I'm thinking, just because there are just so many other restaurants that I've been to that I've had better food.
Well, I think that's a fair score. I try to look at it kind of relative to what it is. It's a gas station, so of course actual sit-down restaurants are going to be better, generally speaking, than Sheetz. Although there are some Sheetz locations where you can't sit down. But I think for gas station food, it's like cream of the crop. I mean, I can't think of a gas station that's better. Whether that's I don't even know.
That's
Get-Go,
true.
Kogo, 7-Eleven. That's a big one.
I think that's the thing. Even though, I think when I'm rating it and thinking about it, I'm even just comparing it to other fast food places. Mm-hmm. But, comparing it to other gas stations.
Well, okay, gas station or fast food. Yeah.
No, but if you just narrow it down to gas stations, it's the best one. Yeah. Out of that, 5 out of 5 for sure.
Okay.
Just because there's nothing else that's, going to be better than that.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 4.5 because I think for what it is and what it tries to do, it does better than maybe anyone has ever done it before. You're right. I think you make a good point that I don't know if I've ever had a meal there where I went, wow, I can't wait to have that again. Some of the drinks, slushies aside, the actual just drinks, are really good. Like the fruit smoothies that I got today, and I've gotten a peanut butter chocolate shake in the past and stuff like that. That's really good. So I think their drinks separate themselves. I think the food is good. I agree that it is not the best, but I think for something you can get in 10 minutes that you can spend only $5-6 on. They have great meal deals. We didn't even mention that, where you can get, I think, a 6-inch sub, a fry, and a fountain drink for $3.99 with the Sheetz card. that's an incredible deal. I mean, you go to Subway, you're paying probably $10 for that. So I think they have some really good value if you search for it, and if you're okay, maybe not getting the most ideal thing for you, something that just sounds good. So I'm gonna go 4.5 stars, and hopefully we'll get a better metric than stars. But I think it's a good place. They're growing. I wish that the Sheetz that is in Clarion was as close to my house. I wish I had one 5 minutes away. But also, I'm glad I don't because it is filling. It is still fast food, and you will probably want to take a long nap after you eat any Sheetz food. If you agree with that, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. I actually look tired right now, so I think that because you ate Sheetz food. So that is the first episode of And a Side of Fries. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, let us know. Things we can work on, let us know. Like I said, hopefully we will improve the audio. We will try to do some of these over the summer where I think our audio will be improved. If you have a place to suggest for us to go, let us know in the comments of the YouTube page or if you see it wherever. It can be just a McDonald's or a Wendy's or somewhere new that maybe we haven't heard of or haven't been to too often, or some little hole in the wall that you like that you think is worth checking out. So thank you very much for listening, guys, and we will get to some other food reviews throughout the summer. So we will talk to you guys soon.
Bye.